Hello guys, this is Demonic, and this is my first game review of Splinter Cell Conviction for the Xbox 360, PS3, and I think that's it. I don't know if it's for PC or not. And first things first, I'm gonna just point out how Splinter Cell Conviction is the newest series of the Splinter Cell series by Tom Clancy. This game was very enjoyable to play, the graphics were expertise, and the overall experience was very satisfying. I would say, if you wanted to, you could rent this, but if you're a die-hard fan for the series, you could buy it. I just bought it because there was a lot of stuff, and I don't think I'd want to just rent it for like 5 days and send it back, because, I mean, I wanted to get everything beat. It's a very fun game, by the way. The Xbox Live is pretty fun. There's Last Stand, which is like a horde type of mode where you fight wave after wave. There is a I think it's called Face Off, which is where you try and kill your other Xbox Live opponent first. And then there's what's the last thing called? Hunter, which is where it's kind of like Terrorist Hunt from Rainbow Six Vegas, which is one of my favorite game modes in this game. That's the multiplayer experience. You can also collect you can unlock costumes, weapons, and achievements in multiplayer, and it's very fun. But it does get quite repetitive after like the first 30 minutes of doing so. And you can use mark and executes and stuff, which is pretty nice. Moving aside from multiplayer, going on to single player, the single player campaign is pretty good fairly half the time. I mean, the game overall can be beaten in maybe 6 to 8 hours. It's around the same time, same length of time as story mode as like Army of Two. Army of Two is a very was a short game for all the fans, even the sequel, so I mean that was kind of disappointing for all, but I would recommend this if you like story-driven games. This is a nice story, nice ending. I can tell you now, if you don't want to spoil or anything, but they're probably going to make another one after this. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see here. The gameplay mechanic is very nice. The mark and execute is nice, and people are arguing whether this is stealth or now an action game. I have to say, in my experience, I think it's both. If you kind of don't understand why I say both, it's because half the time this game is an action game. Like, there's some parts where you have to use action. You cannot pass with stealth. And there's some parts where stealth or action is the right answer. But knowing me, I use action because it makes the game more enjoyable. Let's see. The story in this game is very nice. It all makes sense in the end. The beginning you'll probably be like, what is this? But after it'll make sense to you. The only negative thing I have to say about this game is Splinter Cell can be beaten, like I said, very easily. I know a friend who beat it in one weekend, but it's still very fun to play, very enjoyable. I enjoyed this a lot, and I can't wait to pick up the next one if they do decide to make one. Overall, let's just say this game is like Call of Duty mixed with, I don't know, Army of Two and the original Splinter Cell. If those sound appealing to you, then pick this up. Overall, I give Splinter Cell a excellent rating of 9.35 out of 10. If you'd like to see more game reviews, check out my channel, subscribe, rate, send me some messages of what you want me to review, show some gameplay of. And by the way, this is Demonic, and I'm signing off.